Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this section, we're going to learn how you can mine for companies on Google. Now, this is by far one of the best ways I've come across when it comes to finding an infinite amount of companies you can reach out to that fits your ideal customer profile. So when you're mining for companies with Google, it's a very simple process. In the Google search bar, essentially what you want to type in is your business function, meaning what type of company you are looking for, and if it applies, the geographic region that you want to have that company be in. Now, if you're selling a product or service where it doesn't necessarily matter where that company is located, then you probably don't need that. But if it does matter, like let's say you're doing business in LA or you're doing business specifically in New York, then it does come into play. So I'm going to go through some examples of how I personally do this, and it's going to give some ideas on how you can do it for yourselves. Okay, so everybody knows this screen. It is the Google home page. And what you want to do is you want to type in your business function. So let's say you're selling a software for specifically for financial tech companies. So in that instance, I would type in financial tech companies in Los Angeles. So basically, once you type this into Google, what typically happens is Google will query a bunch of websites and comes in as a list of the top companies that fits your search. So I'm going to scroll down, and one of the first results is this builtinla.com website. So it's Financial Tech Los Angeles, top companies. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now, when we get into this company's website, and again, I'm doing this on the fly, what's going to happen is typically websites will give you a list of all the different type of companies that fits that search query. So in this case, we're in builtinlosangeles.com, and there's Zest Finance, FastPay, Green.corp, Card.com, Realty, Moogle, Tuition.io. So these are all companies that are in the financial tech sector and are based in Los Angeles. So what you want to do is you just want to add all these companies into your Google Sheet or Excel sheet that I sent you guys that's ready for download. So then you just want to fill up your list with all these companies, and then later you're going to find the stakeholders in those companies, but for now you just want to build that list. Let's go ahead and do another example of this. So let's say you're looking for you want to target healthcare companies. So you could say healthcare companies in New York. So we're going to go into that, and what do you know? Fortune 500's 10 biggest healthcare companies. And so when you're on these kind of big lists like Fortune 500 or maybe Inc. 1000, they're just going to give you a long list of exactly what you're looking for. So when you get over here, CVS is one of the search results, McKesson, United Health Group. So you want to put all these companies on your list because these are companies that fit your demographic, and which is healthcare companies that are from a specific geographic location. Now, if you're going after smaller companies, small local businesses, what you could actually do, so let's say you're going for spas, right? So local spas in Los Angeles. So if you're going for, small, medium business or mom and pop shops, you could type something in like this. So local spa in Los Angeles, and then, right here, the 13 best spas in Los Angeles. Is just one of the first results that pops up. And, here's a list of 13 companies that you can reach out to, which are spas that fit, that are in Los Angeles, and it just fits your demographic really well. So those are a couple examples from, going after enterprise companies to small, medium businesses that you can use. Depending on who your target demographic, it's always going to be a little bit different, but that's essentially how you're going to use Google to find these companies. And essentially, when you want to make a really big list, you can keep looking through all the different links, and they'll give you all types of different lists of companies that fit what you're looking for. And then you would build that list all the way out, and then later you would add in the stakeholders of each company. So that's everything we have here to learn on Google, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, what is going on, guys? So in this section, we're going to learn how you can mine using directory sites. So this is more for people who are targeting small businesses like dentists and spas and restaurants and things like of that nature. if your target market is for more enterprise company that has over 1,000 employees or more, you could probably go ahead and skip this section and learn all the other prospecting strategies. But if you're going for small, medium businesses that are local, like spas and dentists, this is going to be really great for you. So when you're mining directory sites, the thing to keep in mind is companies use directory sites as a form of advertising for their business. They want their business to be online so that when people search something, let's say on Yelp, that they show up. So businesses who are advertising online, they get it. They understand the internet and they're more likely to buy because they already invested in online marketing. And this is a lot better fit than a company who doesn't do any online marketing, who does a certain blocker that prevents them from wanting to use the internet. And so whatever service or product you're selling, it may not be the best fit because they're not willing to invest in doing something new. So that's why directory sites are a gold mine for small, medium businesses, because you know these guys are primed and they're the right type of people you want to talk to for the most part, and you could go ahead and just reach out to them. When it comes to directory websites, there's a couple that I want to go over with you. The most popular one for small, medium businesses is Yelp. And as you know, for those of you who use Yelp, it's one of the best places to find like local businesses like restaurants or dentists or, clubs or anything like that. So for an example, let's go ahead and type spa into Yelp in the Los Angeles area. And so boom, right off the bat, you're just going to get a huge list of all the spas in the Los Angeles area with their phone numbers and everything. So if you go into, one of the options, it's going to give you the phone number, the address, their website. So what you want to do is you want to get the name of the spa, you copy it, and remember this hit list I sent you guys. So you want to go in here, put in the name of the company, and then go back and get their phone number. You could go ahead and skip all this other section because it doesn't say who the stakeholders are at the moment, which you'll find out in a bit. You want to get their phone number in here. And lastly, you want to get their website, and I'm going to show you why that's important later on. But for now, just go ahead and drop their website in there. And so that's how you add contacts into your hit list. And again, we're only adding the company at the moment, and we're going to add the stakeholders later on. But you want to build your list first because we're doing it in a batching style. So going back into the spa list, basically all these companies who fit your demographic and seem like someone you want to do business with, go ahead and just put them onto your list. Now, the thing about Yelp that most people don't know about is there's this filters page where you can filter based on, more specific neighborhoods, whether they're highly rated or most reviewed or popular. And also there's a category section here where there's hair salons, nail salons, skincare, hair removal. So all different types of categories. And so you have to make the judgment on who the best fit is for the product or service that you have and just keep adding to your list. So that's how you're going to use Yelp for building your hit list. And the second place that I want to go into is called local.com. Local.com works similarly how Yelp works. You put in something like, let's say, dentist, and it's going to find the local businesses, and I'm in the Alhambra area in California. So there's going to be all these companies that are dentists who are advertising on this website. So again, all you want to do is get the name of the company, right? So that's River Dentistry, put it into your list, get their phone number, and get their website, which is right there. And you want to just keep building your list that way. The next one I want to use is Yellow Pages. It works the exact same way like all the other ones do. Let's go ahead and type in dentist in there. And let's go ahead and try Los Angeles. So it's just going to give you a huge list of all the dentists in Los Angeles that you could add to your list. And the really interesting thing is over here on the bottom right corner, there's this section where it says it's ad, right? It's an ad for them to be featured on the Yellow Pages. So you know that this company that is a dentist in this Los Angeles area who already spends money on advertising. So if, let's say, you're selling a marketing service or a marketing product, they spend ads, they understand what it's all about, and so the sale is going to be a lot easier, or getting your foot in the door to get that meeting will be that much easier. So next one you want to use is OpenTable. OpenTable is another good one where you can, essentially people make reservations here, but you could use it to find restaurants in your area. So if you're, let's say, you want to hit up all the Japanese restaurants in a certain area, you just click on that and it's going to give you all the Japanese restaurants in your area, and you could break it down by different types of cuisines, the regions, price, top rated. So, it's just a really easy way to find all the companies that you want to look for. And, there's 124 restaurants here. So that's potentially 124 restaurants that you can reach out to who are Japanese restaurants in Los Angeles. And again, once you get your list, you want to just add on to the list and build your list as large as possible so that you can reach out to as many people as you like. And so those are the main strategies that you want to use if you're going after small businesses that are local, because you can distinct them by what area they're in and what kind of industry or what kind of place they are, like a dentist or spa. And that's what it's going to be for local small businesses. But in the next sections, we're going to show you how to mine for companies that are outside these directories. Hey everybody, what is going on? It's your boy Patrick again. So in this section, we're going to show you how you can mine conferences to find more companies to put onto your hit list. And I'm also going to show you how to ask for an attendee list of a bunch of stakeholders that you can reach out to at these conferences. So this section is going to be good for people who attend conferences, and it's going to be for people who don't attend conferences but want to reach out to people that do. So attendee list. Let's go ahead and talk about that one first. So if you are going to a business conference, one of the best things that you can do is ask the organizers for an attendee list. And so what an attendee list is basically a list of all of the people who are signed up to go to an event. So this means that if your event, whether it's for small, medium businesses or for enterprise companies, it works for both industries or both companies of that size. So you want to make sure that this list has the company name, the decision makers who are going to attend on behalf of that company, and that person's email address. So if you have this, if you're going to the event, you can simply email the people that you want to reach out to and meet up at the event and hopefully start a business conversation. And if you don't have time to actually see them at the event, you could use that list and follow up and email them and see if they want to take a meeting with you to talk about a business opportunity. And this is interesting because for sponsors, so if you are a sponsor going to an event, meaning that you're, paying for booth space or paying for advertising for the event, a lot of times these organizers may give you the attendee list for free if you ask. So that's why you always want to make sure that you're asking for an attendee list. But other times, some events may ask you to pay for the attendee list. It may be a couple $100, it could be a couple thousand, depending on the who's going to be at the event and how valuable that information is. But if you feel like there's an ROI in getting that list and having that ability to reach out to people, then it may be worth it for you. So this is for people who are going to attend a conference either as an attendee or someone who is going to be a sponsor. And for the most part, this strategy is a lot better if you are a sponsor, because organizers are a lot more likely to help you out and connect you to the right people you want to connect with. Now, for the people who aren't going to attend these high ticket conferences, here's another strategy you can use to mine for companies that you can reach out to. So what you want to do is, let's say you have your ideal customer profile all set and ready to go. You want to think about the conferences where you believe that companies who fit your ideal customer profile will attend. So this doesn't mean that you have to actually go to the conference. It just means that you identified a conference where people that fit who you think your product or service is good for are gonna go to. And what you want to do is you find the companies that are going to sponsor the event, and you add them to your hit list. And this is going to be very, very simple with the simple use of Google. So let me show you how that is done. Alright, so we are on google.com right now. So let's say you have a service where you identified that people in the financial tech industry are going to be great companies for you to reach out to. So in Google, all you want to do is type in the function of financial tech conferences in America, right? So you're giving what type of industry you want to go after, and it's a conference, and the geographic location is generally in America. So you want to type that into Google. Okay, so we're gonna get a lot of search queries over here, and I'm gonna go through maybe the fifth one where it says top 10 fintech conferences to attend in 2017. Sounds really relevant for what we're trying to do. And let's go ahead and go inside, and we scroll down and we see that there's all these different financial tech conferences happening in America, and these are potential places where there's going to be a high concentration of people that you want to reach out to. So let's go ahead and scroll down to Lendit USA 2017. All right. So we're on the Lendit website, and this is a really big financial tech conference and lending in the financial space. So what you want to do is when you get on a conference website, you want to go to the sponsors section. And typically most conferences do have a sponsor section, and it's going to give you a list of all of their sponsors. So, and this is literally dozens or maybe over 100 different lending companies that you can reach out to. So what I would do if you're going after the financial tech industry, you would basically add all these companies like Lending Club, Kabbage, On Deck, Loan Depot, anybody you feel like might be a good fit for your product and service. And even if it's their gold sponsors, silver sponsors, bronze sponsors, it doesn't matter because the level of sponsorship just depends on how much money they're giving the conference. All you want to do is identify, hey, would this company be a good fit for my product or service? Add them to your list, and then later on, you're going to add the stakeholders at that company onto your list as well, and then reach out to them in an email. So this is a really quick way to to identify a bunch of people who are going to fit that financial tech space or whatever industry you're going for, add them to your Excel sheet or Google Sheets, and then add the stakeholders in. So that's everything that you really need to know to mine conferences. And it really is just looking at the sponsors, who's sponsoring this event. Obviously, if they're sponsoring it, they have a high reason to be here. And if they fit that purpose if they fit your ideal customer profile, then you're going to reach out to them with a cold email and hopefully get a meeting with them.